Welcome back to Car Show 1, the ultimate destination for car lovers, classic rides, and automotive history. If you love exploring the stories behind unique vehicles and want to discover rare gems from the past, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Automotive Excellence. Today, we're diving into one of the lesser-known yet very special muscle cars from the early 80s, the 1981 Chevrolet Malibu X-11. At first glance, it might look like just another Malibu from the era, but the X-11 badge tells a much bigger story. This was more than just a family sedan. It was Chevrolet's attempt to keep the performance spirit alive during a time when horsepower was being strangled by emission regulations and fuel economy concerns. Let's go back to the early 1980s. The muscle car era had come to a close, and American automakers were struggling to find the balance between power and efficiency. Gas prices were high, emission standards were strict, and insurance companies weren't making it easy for high-performance cars to thrive. But Chevrolet wasn't ready to completely give up on its performance heritage. That's where the Malibu X-11 came in. The X-11 package wasn't entirely new in 1981, it was originally used on the Chevrolet Citation, a compact front-wheel drive car. But in 1981, Chevy decided to apply this performance-oriented badge to the midsize Malibu, creating a car that stood out from the regular models without going over the top. What made it different? Well, let's break it down. Under the hood of the 1981 Malibu X-11, you'd typically find a 5.0-liter V8 engine, the classic 305 cubic inch small block. It produced around 150 horsepower, which might not sound like much today, but for the time, it was respectable, especially considering the lightweight G-body platform it was built on. Paired with either a 3-speed automatic or a 4-speed manual transmission, it delivered a solid mix of performance and practicality. But the X-11 wasn't just about straight-line speed. Chevrolet focused on handling as well. It came with upgraded suspension components, front and rear stabilizer bars, firmer shocks, and wider tires for improved cornering. This made the Malibu X-11 feel much more agile and fun to drive compared to the standard Malibu models. From the outside, the X-11 looked a little more aggressive too. It often featured unique striping, rally wheels, and sometimes even a cowl induction hood borrowed from other performance Chevys. The look was subtle but sporty, enough to let you know this wasn't your average Malibu. Inside, the interior was practical and typical of early 80s GM cars, but you could get bucket seats and a center console in some versions, which added to the sporty vibe. One interesting fact about the 1981 Malibu X-11 is just how rare it is. Chevrolet didn't produce this version in large numbers, and many of them have been lost to time. That means if you come across one today, it's a true collector's item. Enthusiasts who know about the X-11 appreciate it not just for its rarity, but for what it represented, an effort by Chevrolet to keep performance alive when most other manufacturers were giving up. Another cool aspect is that the Malibu's G-body platform was known for being versatile. Over the years, many racers and builders have chosen G-body cars like the Malibu for drag racing builds and resto mods. That makes the X-11 a great starting point if you're into customization, because it already has a performance base to build on. Driving the X-11 today is like stepping into a time machine. You feel the raw connection between the driver and the road. It's not overloaded with electronics or driving assists. It's just you, the engine, the transmission, and the road ahead. It's a pure driving experience, and that's something many modern cars can't offer. The 1981 Malibu X-11 might not have the fame of a Camaro Z28 or a Corvette from the same era, but it has its own unique charm. It's a reminder that even during tough times for performance cars, there were still efforts being made to keep the muscle car spirit alive. It offered just enough power, just enough style, and just enough rarity to stand out. And that's why it deserves more attention from collectors and fans of vintage American cars. If you're lucky enough to find a Malibu X-11 today in decent condition, it's worth a second look. Whether you want to keep it original or use it as the foundation for a hot rod, it's a car that's full of potential. Plus, owning a piece of rare Chevrolet history is always something special. Thanks for watching today's episode of Car Show 1. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the hidden gem that is the 1981 Chevrolet Malibu X-11. If you love discovering classic and unique cars like this one, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think of the X-11 or if you've ever seen one in the wild. Until